Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today I have a 5v5 custom match here on the most amazing Roxas map generator. So let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players. Starting off with Team 1 in the north and ending with Team 2 in the south. Starting off with Team 1's western player, we have in Snow White, it is Flying Dutchman 9. Actually, Flying 9 Dutchman 9, playing as a Cybran. He is a 1200. To his east in Amethyst Purple, Dimitri 11 playing as a Cybran as well. He is a 2200, the highest rated player on Team 1 and in the game overall. To his east, we have in Chevy Crimson Shalongdis playing as a 1300 as a Seraphim. And rounding out Team 1's backline in Emerald Green, another Cybran for Team 1. It is Mint Alex. He is a 1400. Rounding out Team 1's lineup in Pac-Man Yellow, it is Scrat playing as a UEF. He is a 1900. So over Team 1 side of the map, they have 3 Cybrans, a Seraphim, and a UEF, which means Team 1 lacks Aeon technology. Starting off with Team 2's eastern side in the best color in all of Supreme Commanderdom. In my opinion, of course, it is Tensi as a Cybran in Forest Green as a 1300. In Batman Gray next door to him, it is Stups playing as a Cybran. He is in Batman Gray. He is a 1900, the highest rated player on Team 2. To his west in Ruby Red, it is MRA. He is a UEF. He is a 1500. And rounding out Team 2's backline in Stitch Blue, it is Caliber playing as another Cybran for Team 2 as a 1700. And for Team 1's frontline player in Royal Blue, it is Kinder 5129. I can read, of course. He is a UEF. He is a 1700. So for Team 2 side of the map, they have only UEF and Cybran. They have 3 Cybran and 2 UEF. So almost the same lineup between Team 1 and Team 2, except Team 2 traded out Team 1's Seraphim for another UEF, which means Team 2 lacks not only the Seraphim tech, but also the Aeon tech, which Team 1 also lacks as well, which means for the entire match, there are no Aeon players. Apologies to those loyal to the princess. Hopefully you enjoy the game nonetheless. And for these 10 players on the map, let's take a look at the reclaim situation before they scoop it all up. Currently sitting at 13,000 mass and reclaim. Makes it a nice 1.3k mass per player. The major clumpage locations don't really exceed anything above 500. At a quick glance, we do see a nice little almost 500 right next to Shalongdis' comm currently. We have a couple of 400s on the western side, a 400 on that upper plateau there, and a couple of 300 and 400s on the more kind of thinner plateaus on the southwest and northeastern corner. So there is reclaimed, or there are reclaim locations to go after. There's just not a major, we need to go for this one immediately kind of scenario. Taking a look at the major mechs locations on the map, there is a lot of mechs in general, but there are a decent amount of clumpage. We'll take a look at Team 2 side of the map, of course, drawing a line down the middle horizontally. Of course, for the equator, we have a Trimex position here, here, and here, and then another one right there. It's kind of sandwiched between two single mechs there. There's also a 5-star mech position in that corner. And then another Trimex position that we see Tensi grabbing as we speak. And there are some mexes in the middle. Definitely only going to be shared, air quotes, by one team, given the close proximity to one another. There are a lot of holes that have water in them, so I expect to see some sneaky commanders, whether they have missiles on board, whether they have some backup Perseus or bricks or whatever else. And really, there's a lot of these upper plateaus as well. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kind of dotted in the middle with a couple of them on the corners, which gives a little bit of interesting plays. You could put air facilities up here. You could put artillery up here if you're feeling bold. You can put a lot of stuff up there that's away from the main elevation that everybody else is playing at. So a lot of different options for our players. We'll see what they end up doing. But in terms of where their comms are going in this game, looking at Team 1, everybody has left their main base and fanned out pretty much evenly. We see a little bit of some clumpage on the western side and then a little bit more on the eastern side. I kind of feel like Maybe Mint Alex could just go a little bit more that way, but for now he's staying relatively close to Scrat. On the eastern side, we're seeing a similar situation for Team 2. Gun started for Tensi, but it's also Stups nearby. So 1v1, 2v2 on the eastern side. Down the middle, there's really no one player going, focusing one way or the other. I would probably assume that Kinder might be going that way. Team 2's MRA has not left his base yet, so I would assume he might actually just go straight down the middle there. And then on the western side, we see Caliber pushing in. He looks like he might just use the water to traverse and get to the more northern side of the middle there. So we'll see what he ends up doing, but pretty much going to be a 1v1, 2v1 in favor for Team 1 if and only if MRA does not join the middle in any fashion. And then Gun almost done for Tensi on that eastern side. Why are you still in the base, says Stups to MRA. He's going for air facility, so he's going for T2 air already. I don't see any other player going for T2. Oh, no, scratch that. Caliber's going for T2 air as well. And everybody has an air facility online. Love to see that, getting their own scouting, getting your own T1 bombers or interceptors online. Love to see it. Again, there's going to be no Navy, at least you would assume there's no Navy, but somebody's going to prove me wrong in this game and build big boat, small pond. There's a lot of small ponds. I mean, maybe this one probably won't work, but this one, you might have enough room to put a cruiser in there, but is it even worth it at that point? We have gun starter for Flying Dutchman, so the mirror for Tensi going for his gun. And then on the eastern side, we are seeing Tensi start to push it and start to just kind of wipe out the remaining eastern edge forces south of that little pond there. It's forcing Team 1's Scrat to move in eastward. I'm kind of surprised that Mint Alex isn't pushing with his commander just to help defend that avenue. He's going for T2 air. That kind of explains his more hands-off his nature, trying to get his air facilities online. No other air facilities coming online for Team 1 yet in terms of T2 tech, so it's just going to be all land all day for Team 1 besides a Mint. Gun almost done for Flying Dutchman. Gun started for Stups. T2 started for Kinder in the middle. And we see Scrat in the middle of the map has a couple of forces nearby, but nothing near him. If the gun upgrade finishes for Stups, he can fall into the water if he needs to, but being that kind of isolated between two players, not the best idea. You see some forces rounding this nice little pond here. A couple of Zui hiding in the ponds. That way they don't get shot at by strikers from Kinder. We do see Shalongdus pumping out as many of those Zui and some Thames as possible. As much as Zui are nice, they have hover direct fire weapon systems. In this case, going to be a little bit better. Just because you can actually shoot at the target and not shoot where the target was. Caliber has traversed the little water section. Has now made landfall, getting more spam facilities. Again, he could have just gone this way around, but he's like, I'll just draw a straight line and call it a day there. We do see with Flying Dutchman's gun upgrade online pushing against Kinder's position. T1 PD emplacement exists, but probably not for long. And he's going for T2, so won't be able to fight back, at least with his comm, but might be able to fight back in more PD environments. Forces from Stubbs pushing in. We have Tensi pushing back once again. On the eastern side, he's getting pushed back a little bit. Team 1 PD will secure the radar and a couple of mexes, but not much value out of that besides that. And with the gun online for Tensi, we'll be able to force back Mint's helping to thin out the forces from Team 2 just to try to keep a little bit of the pressure off on that eastern side. The last thing he would want is for this side to collapse and then go straight into the main base. Not only just the forward operating base or anything, the main base of Scrat. So definitely something to watch out for is that avenue. Same thing over here on the western side. It's the same situation, of course. We do see Caliber can pop into the water if needed, but now he's isolated from his teammate of Kinder. Needs to be careful how long he sits there, because I feel like one of those players that's going to be killed off early is going to be one of those that's just cut off from everybody else and call it a day. Stealth started on aboard Stups' comm. T2 started for T3. T2 started for T3. T2 started for T3. So 2 T2 air facilities for Team 2 and 1 for Team 1. No other air facility yet to T2. Still T2 land for everyone else involved, however. Transport shot down. Yep, transport shot down. Looks like it dropped off its forces anyways. We see Scrat on the front line again. Tensi has gun, and Shalongdis, teammate over here, could help. But now we see Stubbs with the stealth upgrade online. Again, this is not a good scenario. We have a comm, and a comm can easily sandwich. Scrat needs to be careful. Team 1's highest rated player of Dimitri 11's over here on the western side. And I will note that each team does have a 1900. And given Stubbs is the highest rated player for Team 2. But Team 2 does have two 1700s to offset that. So it's a little bit more of the law of averages versus the law of the outliers kind of thing. Western side, the attempted landing facilities for Caliber are being denied. And Flying Dutchman already at 1-star bet. Probably will get close to 2, but probably nothing more than that. Even if he does get to 2. A couple of forces dropped off from Dimitri. Looks like it. Just wiped out 3, 6, 7 mexes. Nice grab there from him. A little bit more weaker on the defensive side for that Team 2 side, so he's taking advantage of that. A couple of gunships going after Tensi. We have Scrat also going after him. I don't think he's going to make it out of there. He does get a rank in veterancy, though. He does not have enough legs. Either he hides in the water now or he dies. Again, right there. It's right there, but he's not going for it. This will be a kill for Team 1. I just don't know why he's not going to pop into the water. That's such a missed opportunity, I feel like. And there he goes. Scrat out of range. Maybe gets a little bit singed, but nothing too crazy. Team 2 loses the first player of the game at 11 minutes. And yeah, all kind of close even. Ooh, at least he apologized. I do appreciate that. He just kind of just walked into the water. But it does give somebody on Team 2 his second base. It goes to Stubbs. And now he has another set of Cybrin facilities. Looks like he doesn't even have T2. Oh, he has T2 land up there, so he has a backup one just in case. T3 air done, T3 air done, T3 air done. So I would expect to see some gunships. Yep, I see one. Bombers or something being deployed by Team 2. And I'm assuming a snipe is soon to be on the cards. Oh, huge focus from Stubbs and just cleaning out the eastern side once again. He doesn't have hover being Cybrin. He does have Wagner's that can get, you know, underneath the surface and back up. But he doesn't have anything that can hover over. So he's going to have to go around. There's a little narrow neck of environment, but it's probably better to just go straight for the base. And then go over a couple of roaming T2 Renegades online for Mint Alex. They'd help secure the kill on Tensi. Nano repair started for Shalongdis. He has T2 and gun already on board. And Stubbs still has the stealth and gun upgrade. Western side, T2 and gun online for Kinder. Gun online for Flying Dutchman. No gun yet for Caliber. Still no movement out of MRA. I think I said MRI, I think is what I keep saying, but MRA. So again, he's sitting in his base. Probably would kind of be useful, but maybe not. 13 minutes in. He is focusing on air, so I do, see that that's where he's going. In terms of eco, he's doing very well on one base. 145. We have Caliber at 166. Team 2 is still behind in eco versus Team 1, but not by much. And with this push down the middle, more mechs is being taken offline. That's not fun. We have Shalongdis, gun, T2, and Nano on board. Still in the middle of the map. Dimitri Com says Caliber. Wow, look at that. Producing some T3 facilities and some bouncers. And going for his stealth courage, just building everything on his comm and everything else around him. That nano upgrade, man, this is 0 speed. That is a fast nano upgrade. Look at that thing. 5 seconds for the stealth, and then 9 seconds for the nano. That's insanely fast. But look at this pressure from Team 1 going right down the middle. Team 2 on the western side being pushed back as well. Kinder hasn't taken any hot shots yet. Oh, and I will point out that combi-com action first occurred between Scrat and Tensi. I don't think I made a comment about that, but that is what happened. ASF's inbound from Team 1, guarding the group of units inbound from Team 1 on the ground. We have gunships inbound. ASFs have been called back. That's going to be definitely kicking Team 1's air player of Mint Alex because the gunships are right there coming to say hi. We see some T2 Stingers and some T3 Broadswords, so I'd like to see a little bit of a variety there. Stingers not as good, of course, as the Broadswords, but they are cheaper, so it's a quality versus quantity in that regard. Kinder on his own, trying to do his best to hold off Team 1. We have 2-star vet for him, and a gun upgrade, doing a very good job of blapping away all of those forces as quickly as possible. He has some assistance over there, but that's going to get ran over shortly by Dimitri. His frontline base is not looking too hot. And ASFs are inbound. They're targeting the broadswords, of course. They do hit a couple of stingers. And it looks like the ASFs do wipe out one of the gunships. Looks like they might get a second gunship. Nope. Gunships are moving in onto Flying Dutchman's commander. They want blood and revenge for their fallen teammate. There is some Team 1 AA in the area. And Flying Dutchman's going to lose a lot of hit points. There is a bouncer inbound from Dimitri to assist, but Flying Dutchman's losing hit points incredibly quickly here. One gunship down, two gunships down, three gunships down. Oh, it's going to be close. Are they going to get him? No, they won't. And T2 gunships come and assist. That is a very, very almost dead calm for Team 1. We also have Shalongus over here cleaning out the front line for Kinder, unfortunately, for Team 2. We have some Titans thinning out the Team 1 units, and then we have Kinder getting into the water himself. Huge save from Dimitri 11. If it wasn't for that bouncer or two, that would be a dead calm. Eastern side losing forces as well. It is Titans versus Rhinos, so advantage to Team 1 for tech, but advantage for Team 2 in number of things. Team 2 now about 100 mass below Team 1 in eco. Not doing great that regard. At least in trying to keep up with Team 1. Another Rhino dead. Looks like a Deceiver's down. And the last little Mantis does not survive. Fat Boy started for MRA. He's really going for gunships, and the gunship's not going to work. He's going to go for Fat Boy. He's really going for it, just full sending it in experimental territory. Not even 17 minutes on the clock, not even 20 minutes on the clock. He's already going for it. Team 1, Eco 830, Team 2 760. And partially driven by the fact that Team 2 has lost stuff in the middle of the map here. And everybody else on Team 2 again in the base. Blue players on the western side, and then we have Stubbs over there. Mint Alex still in the water. Definitely a sensible place to be with him being an air player. Still only one air player for Team 1. But again, I guess right now there's not a lot of air being produced by Team 2's MRA anyways, because he's going for a Fat Boy. And he's almost done with it. He's almost in the green with it now, but it's just, I don't know if it's that worth it right now. I feel like getting T2 gunships or something. We have Titans coming in to assist, but he's going to lose some mexes here. He's already lost that one. Titans versus Ilshis. It is a fair-ish matchup. We're talking about 24 versus 2,500 hit points, and again, the 700 for shielding. So Titans can go up against Ilshis, or Ilshis can go up against Titans. Sometimes it's a numbers game, sometimes it isn't. Fat Boy is online. Little bit of the friendly fire there on that mass storage structure. And that T2 Mex is probably going to go down. We have a brick being dropped off to cut off movement from the last two Ilshis. And there goes that. Fat Boy is going to probably force back Team 1 in multiple avenues. We have Nano. Oh, Nano started for flying. I was like, why is that? Okay, that makes more sense. That Flying Dutchman is getting the Nano and assisted by Dimitri 11. Again, he's the one that was down less than 1,000. I think it was like 500 almost hit points is what he had left. That Nano will help get him back up to full strength. Eastern side, brick or two having fun over here. There's a Percy or two. That's not going to help Team 2, though. And that will prevent the death of mexes over there. We have lots of wall sections, curtailing movement, and engineers outbound to go for reclaim. Team 1 crossing the 1,000 mass a second mark. And again, we have Caliber and Kinder over here. Both of them are moving in maybe against those bricks. Again, have to watch out because bricks are no joke. Again, Percy's really do the damage very, very quickly. But again, T3 units, the mainline ones, are not to be underestimated. It does not matter what you have nearby. They can rip you apart very, very quickly. Fat Boy is producing some units on his back, getting some Cougars. And looks like maybe a couple of archers on its back. Looks like it's going for tight. I don't know if a Titan would be. Oh, the T3 land headquarters. That Fat Boy's not going to help, but it was going to die by the bricks anyways. But still, it's got to hurt. Friendly fire, not helpful. And Titans inbound from MRA to assist as well. Caliber getting stuck on, looks like on a hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon somehow didn't die there. But this base for Kinder is not going well. And that's actually his main base too, so he's knocked out of the game. And that's got to hurt. Team 1 at 1.1 to 800. We have Kinder just moving in on his lonesome. he knows that his time in the game is essentially kind of over due to the fact that he lost his main base. He probably could try to stay and try to recover, but he's going to go out in a blaze of glory. He could move just a little bit further, to be fair, to go for a nice little AoE explosion. Maybe he heard me or something. But 200 hit points. He did get 4-star vet, to be fair. And there he goes. I think he control K'd at the last second, grabbed everything on the ground. Actually, no, he did actually get killed out by Flying Dutchman, but, you know, it looked like he control K'd. So that's another kill for Team 1, dropping this game to a 5v3 in Team 2's favor. The base, whatever was left of it for Kinder, goes over to Caliber. MRA going for Ras on board his comm. Getting his air facilities nice and plumped, kind of mimicking what Caliber's doing now. He's going for his own gunships, it looks like, and ASFs at the same time. And Team 1 going to get a huge air grid started here. Another air facility, maybe. Nope, still. No, T2 air. Okay, no, we see some makings of T3 air for Scrat, but right now it's just T2, probably for just fighter bombers or for T2 gunships at a bare minimum. We have Titans moving in onto Dimitri 11's territory, producing some engineers for reclaim. We have Flying Dutchman falling back, Dimitri 11 falling back. They recognize the threats and go, that's not worth it, and fall back. Team 1, no experimentals as of yet, so Team 2 still holds the only experimental in the game, being the FAF boy. Again, a lot of range, but firepower close range not as good. It's not designed for being a close range unit. It's designed for being a long range unit. Ras almost done for MRA, getting a secondary air grid, but not really. Looks like it's just Team 1 air facilities for air scouts. Okay, yeah, that's not a bad idea to just go for a couple of facilities for spamming out air scouts, and then going spy planes after that, just to get constant vision on what Team 1's up to, kind of thing. That's a good strat to do that, just to get some sort of vision and intelligence. Team 1 don't really know a whole lot of what's going on for Team 2. They do have an Omni online, so that helps kind of fill in the gaps a little bit. ASFs are stacking up for both teams, but it looks like it does favor Team 2. There's a lot of AA already being deployed by Team 1 to counter that. So 45 versus 34. We do see some Corsairs mixed in there, and they're going to try to go after that Fat Boy, which it's producing Titans to help it out, but now it's producing a Cougar, but it really needs to get Percy's to protect itself. And its hit points, if the bricks get underneath the shielding, they'll be able to kill it off a lot quicker. But it does have secondary options on board. Not a lot, but something. It's just not great. Needs either parashields or Percy's or something. Has 4 more bricks to deal with. Its shield is now gone. We have Whalers inbound to assist. Don't think they're going to say, it's going to be close. Whaler down. We have some bouncers behind those bricks to protect the bricks, and Corsairs might come in and finish off the job if they're nearby, which it looks like they're not, but that Fat Boy already almost dead. It's just not really worth it. The gunship's pretty much wiped out to save the Fat Boy. It was worth the save, to be fair, but I don't know. I don't know if it was... I don't know. Needs Percy's on the back. I mean, Titans are cheaper, I get it, but still, get those Percy's, get those one-shot killers. We have a monkey on the eastern side for Stubbs moving in. There are a decent amount of Percy's in the mix, so they might not be able to one-tap it, but probably 2 to 3-tap it, I would assume. The comm is there. He's producing some nice little SAM sites, some T3AA facilities. And unless he notices that that monkey is inbound, he might be the first departure for Team 1. Nice stacking up of bricks and other forces for Dimitri 11. Laser started for Flying Dutchman. Maybe he's going to go for cloaking. We have incursions on the eastern side from Scrat. Monkey Lord is inbound. He's producing a Ravager. He's got to move now. Monkey Lord might be going for the kill. Shield is gone. And PD is being wiped out. Oh, is he going to catch up to him is the question. There he is. There's Scrat, and there goes his hit points incredibly quickly there. Nice kill from Team 2. Drops this game to a 4v3. Still in favor for Team 1, but at least they bring it back a little bit. This little forward operating base with a couple of T2 single ring mexes. Those are going to go down. We have Percy's moving in to intercept the Monkey Lord. Monkey Lord at 1-star vet now. Units transferred over to Dimitri 11. They might go to Mint, but They might also go to Shalongdis. Maybe he'll keep him for now, but having to come over here and do stuff over here, then run over here and do stuff over here, it's just a lot of back and forth. It's better to just put bases in the hands of players that are kind of next to them. Air player, maybe it makes... no, maybe not. It would probably make sense to give it over to Shalongdis. But Monkey Lord is going to die here. That's unfortunate. That's going to be mass for Team 1 to scoop up. And unless they kill off more mexes here, it's not really worth it. There goes that T2 mex. That one's gone. That's another 9 masses. We have sniper bots inbound. Fat Boy still pushing in a little bit. These are sniper bots from Team 1 to help out, which they really don't need to at this point, but it's nice to have nonetheless. Eco 1.7 and 1.4, 25 minutes almost on the clock. Team 1 has lost only one player, being Scrat recently, and then Kinda was before that, and then Tensi was before that, making this a 4v3 in Team 1's favor. Eco, like I said, 1.8 now to 1.3, so about 4-ish, 3-ish hundred in favor for Team 1, and map control still favors Team 1. Nuke is outbound from Team 2's MRA, so take that into calculations of who you think is going to win this game. Again, 25 minutes almost on the dot. He's going for the air player. Very sensible there. SMD is being built now. It's not going to finish anytime soon. It might not even clip it, but that is going to be huge for Team 2's air control. Could have gone after anybody besides... Actually, could have gone after anybody because Team 2 just built that SMD recently. Everybody's going to be building SMDs now. But it's going to hit in the middle. Going to kill off a decent amount of mexes. The SMD was ignored. Engineers trying to make sure they get out of range. And now, is it going to clip the T3 air headquarters? That is the big thing, because if it doesn't, it might not be worth it. And it does. Kaboom! T3 air facility gone. A couple of the pigeons and other air facilities survived. But that is a lot dead for Mint Alex. Drops this to 1.7 to 1.4 again. ASFs do survive the explosion, but it's going to be a minute before they get more ASFs online. Gives Team 2 a little bit more of a catching up point in terms of either getting ahead in the air game or just... I guess full sending another nuke because he's putting everything he has into this thing. 58,000 mass. Did a very good job with it. Need Omni here, says Shalongdis. Talking about making sure they get more vision. Oh, they have Omni right there. What? Yeah, it's right there. Does he not have power to run it? Is that the problem? No, he has power to run it, so that's not it. Shield field started for MRA. It is a cheaper upgrade besides the regular shielding that you would get on a UEF commander, but it does have a nice little bubble shield effect. It's not a lot, but it's something. It's better more for if you want to protect what is directly right next to you. It's nice for Percy kind of pushing in. The comm can take some of the hits, and then the Percy can come in and kind of do the rest. But for me personally, I prefer the personal shield over any bubble shield. Now, if you're going for SACU bubble shields, that's a whole other thing. But at least in terms of comms, it's not particularly as useful because it's just less hit points. It's 5,000 versus 19. So comm survival is kind of lessened to the more survival of everything around it. And the action has died down a little bit because of the nuke from Team 2. And the second nuke is going to be loaded here shortly. SMD is built, not loaded yet. SMD is going to be loaded in time. SMD isn't really needed. I mean, no, it might get clipped. Monkey Lord on the western side for Caliber. Blitz is on by. Monkey Lord from Team 1's Flying Dutchman hurrying up to catch that. Good thing I caught that when I did. It's going to roll over some T3 mexes. That's going to be great. There goes that T3 mex. And I don't think this Monkey Lord is in range with its main cannon. Nuke is outbound. It's going to go for this base. SMD is loading very fast, but I don't think it's going to load fast enough. I have like one lonely brick hanging out underneath a ton of ASFs. Caliber going to kill off another T3 mex. This is immense value. Oh, it might be enough for that Monkey Lord to catch up. Yes, it is. And it's going to be the death of that Monkey Lord, unfortunately. But here comes the nuke. It did its job. It killed off decent chunk of mexes on that western edge of the map. SMD, the important thing is the SMD going to get clipped? I believe it is. And boom! There goes the T3 air headquarters. There goes the T3 land headquarters. And the SMD. Nice second nuke from Team 2's MRA. SMD is loaded, or soon to be loaded. Air good is being re-expanded upon, but that is a lot of breathing room that Team 2 bought themselves. Another Monkey Lord online. Finishes a satellite. He's just going for all of the toys in this game. He has a nuke. He has a satellite. I expect an artillery to be built by MRA at some point. He's playing to win. He's like, no. I'm not, building large T3 land armies that time. I'm just going to build all of the toys I need to win the game. And some people are like that. Some people aren't. Nuke. Scrat points out that is the nuke. At least they would assume. They have no vision on top of it, but they figured, given all the engineers around it, that's just kind of where they would assume it's going to be. And they know about the satellite as well. Target mexes, target comms if you can. Probably not worth it though. Again, nano, gun, and T2. Nano and gun, and then nano, gun, and laser. Oh, definitely a comm that Team 2 wants to deal with sooner rather than later. And preferably without cloaking on board. A couple of mexes going to get taken out by these bricks. A couple of T2PD trying to defend them. Not going to go that well. So Team 2 just trying to nickel and dime Team 1 at this point. 2,000 to 1.7. Artillery is done. So it looks like Dimitri 11 went, okay, I'll see your nuke and raise you an artillery piece. SMD is shielded. The PGen, though, is not. So that's not super great. Artillery, I'm assuming, is going to target the nuke. Ooh, those E-storages. That's going to suck here shortly. I'm assuming it's going straight for it. Why? Because why would it not? Yep, going straight for him. And there's the first artillery shell landing. It's going to kill off some E-storages, it looks like. Nope, goes a little bit south, but actually grabs those mexes. Those mass fab mexes, at least. Somebody on Team 2 sees it. At least the artillery piece shield is going to be built. It might be in enough time. Ooh. Oh, looks like the shielding from the comm guy hit, and a couple of spy planes as well. That might be enough time. Oh, it gets canceled by the artillery shot. Nice grab there. Gonna build a T2-1. Oh, engineers, they get hit. It's gonna hurt. Got to build the T2-1. Gonna build another T2-1 there. Build one quick. There's that, and then build the T3. Yep, smart. It was, I don't know, 89, 90% something. 2 fat boys in front of a chicken. Yeah, it's not gonna go well. And the second chicken, the second fat boy. It's gonna almost kill off the chicken, to be fair, but all the other T3 support just rips it apart before it has a chance. Crab inbound, though. And Team 2 will be happy about killing off at least the 2 fat boys at a minimum. Second satellite online, give it orders. And Team 1's probably going to focus on this for a while now. Shield being upgraded to T3. This one will probably be upgraded to T3 here shortly, being assisted as well. Nuke is almost loaded and is going to fire. Again, the SMD is already loaded. And there's a second one in line as well, just to make sure. Love the backup. Monkey Lord on the eastern side now. Team 2 really being like, hey, there's a Monkey Lord over here. And hey, there's a Monkey Lord over here. And just really just constantly just distracting Team 1. We have ASF engagement on the western side. Airfight won by Team 2. I mean, that's kind of expected given the amount of time that Team 2 had to build up that Team 1 did not. The nuke is going to be shot down, of course. The 2 fat boys going down, that kind of stings. Second satellite going somewhere, going over here. Looks like they're going after mexes, or actually they're going after AA emplacements. I mean, there's so many T3 mexes that are easily can be wiped out. Looks like they're going after PGens. Shield is going to be built here shortly. We have 2 comms on the northern side for Team 1. Artillery is still pumping out shots. He's actually shifted his focus now into the air grid down here. We have 2, 3 shield emplacements here. Probably needs a little bit more. SMD is not loaded, but at least it's there. Team 2, you don't have an SMD over here for MRA. That's a missed opportunity. It might be... It bites them in the butt. We have some Corsairs going after a Monkey Lord. Monkey Lord, hide in the water. You could actually hide in the water maybe and try to sneak up onto that air grid. That'd be a nice chance to go after that SMD. And then the next nuke that comes in might wipe out at least a chunk of it. It's going to kill off more mexes, though. That's going to do a lot of... It's going to do a lot of damage one way or the other, whether it's mexes or it's SMDs. And takes out a little radar system. A couple of mexes up here, again, going to be safe from fire. 65,000 mass killed. Corsairs really giving him one for another. Mex almost killed off. We have Monkey in the middle. There's a joke there. And Chicken oh, no, not going to get hit by the laser. Things are really popping off. Western side, Monkey facing off against Monkey. It's brother versus brother over there. And artillery landing on the air grid. More shielding is needed. Oh, Is there a second artillery? Yes, there is a second artillery piece. Dimitri 11 does not care. He's going to pump them out as fast as possible. Third one, right next to the first one. Don't know why he's building it there. Maybe because it's in range of the hives? He could have built it here, to be honest with you. And we have strap bomber spotted by team. Is that Caliber strap bomber? What is Caliber strap bomber doing all the way up here? What the heck? And it's going to get shot down, but weird. Okay. Megalith over here. We have Megalith. Now, Fatboy v. Not Fatboy. Monkey Lord v. Monkey Lord. They killed each other. There's still bricks moving in, but there are whalers cleaning up the bricks, though. Third satellite started. Fatboy now online. Nuke half loaded. Dwindling 118,000 mass killed with 2 nukes. Technically 3 were loaded. Still average of 3 nukes is almost 40,000 mass. Very, very good average. Ooh, chunk of the air grid is gone. That's not good. T3 air cord is still alive, though. Strap bomber's coming in to help clean up the mess. And that is the end of the brick push. But the brick push did do a decent job on that western side. Team 2 sent a monkey. Team 1 sent a monkey and a brick. And they got, or some bricks. Strap bomber stacking up. Air unit for spy plane just sitting in a nice little spook. Hanging out. Just spooking Team 2, trying to scare them. Artillery now focused on the satellite locations. And looks like he's going to assist the shielding. That one's almost done. Just, I get wanting to protect the stations, to be fair. You need more shielding. More than just assisting one shield. And shield down. No, not down yet. Look at that. Still holding. So maybe it was smart to switch over. Strap bombers are stacking up, I would assume, after the artillery. Shielding is being built around them as well. Pigeons are being built. Third artillery piece is done. That's a lot of firepower. We have Brick Force being assisted by Crab and Monkey, being shoved back by Fatboy and Chicken. And artillery piece online for Team 2. I hope the SMDs are the target of those artillery shots. Second one is being built as we speak. It's fully ringed with pigeons and shield. Oh, that's gotta hurt. That's 2 satellites down. And one just got built moments ago. We have Othams over here for whatever reason that they're doing over here. Looks like maybe trying to stop the construction of more crabs, maybe. And all those forces are pulling back. We have ASF's airlocking Team 1 up here. We have artillery shells landing on the secondary air grid. And Mint Alex control Ks. Maybe because he got airlocked? But I feel like he could have come back from that. Team 1 now at 3 plays left. Same with Team 2. But it's a tied game once again. Nuke is loaded. I would wait to fire it before until after the SMDs are gone. SMD, oh, it's right there. It looks like that Fatboy really wanted it, but you got to keep moving. Dimitri 11 control case. That's weird. No desync. This game shouldn't have desynced, so because I checked. But artillery's almost down. This one's almost dead. This one's not feeling good. This position for Team 1's not looking good. Now it's Shalongdus and Flying Dutchman. I would give, the western side to Flying Dutchman and give the rest to keep for Shalongdus. The shield is down. Oh, all the hives go down. That's not good. That's a lot of engineering power just wiped off. Lots of conversation in chat. You got this. Says, I'm assuming Stups. Yep, Stups is saying that. Why he die? That's because he control K'd. That's why he died. Nuke is outbound. The question is, where is it going? Artillery is down. That's 2 of the 3 down. That's a lot of firepower wiped off the board. There goes another P-Gen. Team 1, Team 2, 2.2 to 2,000 mass per second. Team 1 still in the lead, but just barely. And another artillery about to be built. Lots of SSUs coming online. 36 minutes on the clock. Chicken is down. And explosion in the west. There goes. Is that Shalongdus? Oh, no, that's the nuke. Excuse me. Kaboom! I was like, is that... No, that's not Shalongdus. Shalongdus is right there. He's right there. Why would... If the nuke landed there... Oh, maybe not in range of the SMD, maybe. I thought it was in the path, in the line of the path, but I guess not. Yeah, it must have just... Oh, yeah, just barely eked by. And I'm like, that shouldn't have landed. But He edge nuked it. It's a nice job there. Monkey, Megalith versus Megalith. Name them something else other than M. Gosh dang it. And it's just trading of the blows. This crab will die. This crab will die. The bricks ignoring the bricks, going after the crab. The crab might survive, maybe, but it's going to be heavily damaged. Last artillery piece still alive, but not going to do well. Second artillery piece has been restarted. But there's now 3 shots inbound? Or 2 shots inbound? Looks like 3, but it's 2. And Shield looking too hot around MRA. But he's still holding on. Nuke, 158,000 mass killed. Done very well. Strat Bombers. What are they doing? I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something. Oh, it's going to get a chance. Nope. Oh, bombs were dropped. Is that going to be enough damage? Nope. But that artillery piece is not going to last much longer, it looks like. 38 minutes on the clock. Yeah, it's just not looking good. And Megalith kind of having some disagreements with the land there. We have 2 Ythothas inbound. Megalith, again, needs to move just a little bit more north to be able to shoot downward, or actually just move in. Corsair's inbound to go after the chicken. Monkeylet has to engage. Monkeylet's going to die very quickly. Third satellite is restarted. Second one is online. And third artillery piece half done. To the north, the chicken cannot get past that brick wall. Monkeylet is down. Ion Storm will activate. That's going to ravage that brick wall, though. And Fat Boy's gone. 39 minutes on the clock. Not looking good for Team 1. With the death of both Mint Alex and Dimitri 11, one after the other. Not looking good. There's just the command structure got wiped out. Or at least, with 2 deaths back to back, it really disorients the game. If it's 1 death and then like 10 minutes later there's another death, 10 minutes later there's another death, it's a lot easier to compensate versus dead, and you lose, half your players in 5 minutes, and it's like, okay, now what do we do? And there's just a lot to micro and manage and whatnot, and then your opponent can take advantage of the crazy nonsense that's happening. Well, I still don't know. It says Shalongdis. How our backline died. Let's call it a draw, says Stubbs. Or if they control Kate. Yeah, they control Kate. It definitely was not a kill, because he had nothing nearby, and he had nothing nearby. So artillery is gone from this base belonging to Dimitri 11, unless Team 1 goes for a game ender or something. Took the words right out of my mouth. Can't say it more than 5 seconds before somebody goes like, oh, it's wrong. Cast a curse. Oh, that thing died. It's pointing it out. Missile barrage inbound from Caliber. Oh, is it going to hit? Oh, is it going to hit? Oh, nice snipe by Team 2's Caliber. I thought I was going to miss, but no. Oofta. That's a nice snipe. But there's a oofta inbound. We have literally the conga line of conga lines. Look at this. Everybody line up. Okay, everybody's going to get their turn. Look at this. Look at it. It's like ants. They're like ants. Oh, they're spreading out now. Oh, it was a nice little conga line. Oh, that was very cute. But engineers are here. They need PD. They need more shields. They need more everything. And I think those satellites oh, nope. Looks like he heard me through the ether, but it's not going to matter, because they are all going to die. Drop armor going to help out a little bit. We have missiles inbound. Not going to hit, but lovely attempt, though. I think he got the everybody gets one thing, where he got the kill on the strategic launch detected on the Fat Boy, but he's going to get the kill on the chickens. Chicken, please tell me it's not a close range. Okay, well, it's going to kill off more mass, though, and that Megalith will survive, but be heavily damaged already. Back to this base, we have 2 Ythothas. One of them heavily damaged, the other one perfectly fine. Gets out of there, and he is. There's not a lot he can do. He full sent it in this game, gave no quarter, just had no chill this game. And he is not going to be standing much longer in terms of his base. Again, did a very good job nonetheless. 188,000 mass killed with the nuke. Did very well. ASF's going to wipe out the ASFs from Shalongdis, and it cuts Team 2 in half. We have a bug online. We have 4. Sir, you have 4 artillery pieces. You don't even have this one shielded. This one's not even shielded. That's a lot of firepower. Wiping out the air grid, it looks like. Team 1 has no air grid left. There goes that. Yep, it's not going to last much longer there. Euthotha's not going to go west. That's probably smart, because going east is not going to work out. But then you're running into strap bombers, so it's kind of a will they, won't they almost. But they have widened their line out to be able to strike a lot of stuff all at once. There's T3 Mexis surrounded by T2 mass fabs. There's a T3 Pigeon that's going to go down. There goes all those engineers stacked up there. Gunships inbound. Bug helping to assist. And that second Euthotha will not... It might hit the shielding, but that's probably going to be it. It's losing hit points real fast. 100,500 hit points at 5-star vet. Thing is a monstrosity when it comes to veterancy. I mean, everything gets 10% hit points when it gets veterancy, up to 5. But just the fact that it has 100,000 hit points at 5 stars, and it has a secondary... No, not secondary fire, but it has a martyrdom effect as well. It's just devastating. Shalong is falling back. We have Flying Dutchman falling back. How's this? Oh, it's at 25%. Okay, it's still going. 43 minutes on the clock, though. That might be Team 1's last hope. MRA still alive. He kept his T3 mechs there, going for T3 Engineering Suite, going for T3 Air. He's still fighting in this game, nonetheless. Love to see that. And Bug is sitting there. It's not going to be hit by the Ion Storm, though. So much artillery. Just so much artillery. I think I might speed it up just a smidgen or so. This SMD is going to go down. The nuke is gone, so it doesn't matter, but you might as well wipe everything off the board. Flying Dutchman and Shalong just producing... Oh, it was 1.7 for a moment, but they're going to have a... Oh, and it's gone. Never mind. Looks like they found the last base. Does Team 2 know what's there? Nope, they're just going to target the last remaining main base. And there is a Scathis there. There's lots of shielding being built. Lots of Pigeons next to it, though. That's not good. And there's how many shots coming in all the time? 5? Yeah, ooh, yeah. Nope, nope. It's like having their own mini little Scathis at that point. And Flying Dutchman's walking right into it. Oh, and there it goes. Yep. Something Russian. Or do you guys kill him? He's not in the chat, it looks like, in Mint as well. They both look like they just dipped. And Gunship's wiping everything out. They're gonna get some more mech kills, but yeah, this game's over at this point. No, where are you going? Where is he going? Well, we're gonna watch MRA do stuff. And the base for Flying Dutchman just not looking good. Megalith inbound. Watch, he's going to get hit by that Megalith. Or, oh, no, he's in a control K. Never mind. What? Are you doing what I think you're doing? You are doing what... Okay, well, we're going to watch this. This is how the game's going to end right here. And build torp launchers. Yep, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. He knows where the comm is, so... The comm's going to get that warning of, oh, hey, there's stuff shooting at me. That's fun. And Shalong just recalls anyways, dips out and says, nope, see y'all, bye. And there it is, 46 minutes, 49 seconds on the clock. Team 2 wins the game, and it looked like Team 1 was going to win it, to be fair, for a decent amount of the time. But with Mint, Control Kang, and then right after that, Dimitri 11, Control Kang, it really kind of broke up a lot of that cohesion that Team 1 had, and it was just too much territory for too little hands, and there's only so much you could do. And Team 1 held out decently well considering, but... You know, when you have a guy that builds 5 artillery pieces and almost finishes the Scathis, you're probably going to lose that fight. But again, they did get some revenge. They killed off the satellites again. They killed off the nuke that Team 1 tried to kill off earlier in the game that Team 2 held on to. So it was a nice little revenge, but it was just a nice little last hurrah kind of thing. MVP for me, I'm kind of torn. Because as much as MRA didn't build really any land forces besides a Fat Boy and then build stuff off the Fat Boy, went straight for Nuke, went straight for satellites, that sort of thing. And sometimes that play works, sometimes it doesn't. The killing of the air grid, or like that first nuke and then the second nuke killing off another base, did help set Team 2 up pretty well for air control. Oh, look, he was building a Scathis as well, because why not? So Team 2 got air control there, and then they kept wiping out the air for Team 1, just could not let them keep it long term. And then that led to a control K from Mint Alex, which then led to control K to Dimitri 11, which kind of set that whole other half of the game in motion. So I think for what it brought, like what it wrought, like, you know, dominoes being knocked down, I think MRA gets the MVP for me. And the fact that he didn't control K when his base was entirely gone at the end, I mean, granted, at that point, what's the point in control K-ing? But, you know, some players just control K and they're like, I'm done, just you guys handle it kind of thing. So I think overall, that's, you know, that one little thing led to another little thing that led to a big thing and kind of snowballed from there. But I think he gets MRA gets MVP for me. But then Caliber did a very good job, and Stubbs did a very good job on their sides of the map, and so I'm torn, but I think I'm leaning towards MRA for this game. So let me know down in the comments what you agree or not on that evaluation. Thank you so much for watching to the very end of the video, as always, and I will see all of you in the next one.